Okay, you know, the more and more I interact with Thai women overseas, and more I see a lot of scarred, leftover women, bro. You men, especially black men, you want to avoid these women with all costs, man. I mean, at all costs. You want to avoid the leftover, scarred females that think men or think that foreigners are all trash. Because let me tell you, man, a lot of these foreigners have went over there and pumped and dumped these females and left them out there for dead. Okay, they basically pumped a baby inside these females and left them there with the kid to fend for themselves. But you know what? It's not all the foreigners' fault. You know, she played a role in her dating demise too. You know, she let the dude come all up in her, you know, knowing that this guy probably was not going to stay around. Thought that have thought she thought that by having his kid that he would stick around inside the country. No, that's not the case. Let me tell you, when you get over here, when you get over to them countries, man, be aware of these females. Be aware of the leftover woman in Thailand. Be aware of the leftover woman in Brazil. Be aware of the leftover woman in Colombia or any other foreign country, man. Because what's gonna happen is a lot of these females they put honey on the pussy trap, man. They're gonna put honey on the pussy trap. They're gonna try to get you sprung off the pussy, and before you know it, you'll be simping and tricking your money off on her kids and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't get over there to these countries and start simping, but I don't care how good she looks, man. You know, there's women out there that are single, that got no kids, okay? Why leave from America and end up in another country just to do the same thing? I mean, we're trying to get away from America. We're trying to get away from women with kids. We're trying to get away from feminism. We're trying to get away from leftover women over here in America. You know what I'm saying? So why go to a different country and do the same thing basically, or run into the same thing? No, no, no leftover women, bruh. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? There's women out there that got no kids, man. You know, and I can see that a lot of women out there in Thailand, they gonna end up dying alone. They're gonna end up getting old and alone. You know, 'cause I can see that there's a lot of females they take relationships and marriages, you know, not that seriously, man. I can tell by just interacting with some of these females that they not serious about carrying a relationship. They just like attention from men. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It seems like the ones who don't have looks, the ones who are like around fours, fives, it seems like these females are the ones who pursue you the most. If she's around a seven and up, she ain't going. Man, you better get your boots on. You better have that money or that bread right, man, because these females, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna play around. But let me tell you something about the leftover women in Thailand. Like I said before, they've been left out there for dead by foreigners. I see um, females having babies with foreign black men, and the foreign black men put all types of cum inside of these females and left them out there in Thailand to fend for themselves, bruh. Let me tell you, some of these leftover women are some of the most beautiful women on planet Earth. But you can't let the beauty and stuff fool you because you're gonna be paying, man. You know, don't start going over there simping. You know what I mean? After leaving this country to avoid simping, to avoid single mothers, to avoid leftover women. Just to go over there to Thailand and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you, it's not gonna be an easy thing messing with these single mothers, these leftover women out there, man. And you're gonna have to sneak around and do sex and shit like that, man. Who wanna do that shit, bro? You thought you put the kids to sleep, you pounding that pussy away, and they sitting there by the door listening. And then when you get up to open the door, they go running and shit. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? No, no, no. Avoid leftover women in Thailand. Avoid leftover women in Colombia. Okay? You need to avoid leftover women, man. Get you a female that don't got no kids. Don't, even if you're a single father, do not fucking like get over there and get a woman with kids. No, get a woman with no kids. No kids. Now, if you like a guy that's like 57, you see what I'm saying? Then I can understand you dating a female that got kids and shit. If you're an older guy, but if you're a younger guy in your 30s and 40s and stuff like that, man, you don't have to date no single mothers, man. You're not that old like that yet. You see what I'm saying? I can see older guys that are around 60, they could get a pass because the women that they date, they're gonna be in their 40s. Women are gonna be in their 40s. But even then, you can still find a female that don't have any kids in their 40s in Thailand. They're there. Women who are childless in their 40s, you can still find them. So at this point, I don't see any excuse or anything. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta avoid these women like the plague because what's gonna happen is it's gonna be a lot harder to deal with her with them kids around. You see what I'm saying? You know, you're gonna look. I've been with single mothers before, man. It's not fun at all to be pounding the pussy away and the kids come knocking at the door talking about mama, are you okay? Or mama, what you doing? Or mama, I need you for something. You see what I'm saying? While you pounding the pussy away, you constantly interrupted. I just remember the times when I was dealing with single mothers, man, and I was constantly over and over again, you know, just being interrupted, you know, by by their kids. And then you had to worry about the kids liking you and shit. It's too much fucking goddamn work for some pussy, man. Too much work. Too much work to be dealing with females that got kids by another man. You see what I'm saying? Now the thing is, a lot of us guys get caught up in the beauty. If you're over there in Thailand, you're gonna find a lot of beautiful single mothers or a lot of beautiful leftover women in these countries, right? You're gonna, you know, like, God damn, she's gorgeous. You see what I'm saying? I know right now, I know this one like female that's in Thailand. She works out. Her body is on point. You know what I'm saying? Her body is like near perfection, okay? I mean, she got a lean stomach, she got curves. Body her body is an 8. Her face is a 7, her body is an 8. She has kids and I'm like, God damn. I'm like that like I'd be tempted to fucking like become a stepdaddy and shit. She's so goddamn gorgeous, bruh. But you know what? You got to control yourself because in the long run, it's gonna cost you messing with that single mother, man. I'm telling you. Like I said before, it doesn't matter how good she looks. Doesn't matter how good she looks because what's gonna happen is you're gonna be constantly getting interrupted. When you start dating her, she's gonna bring her fucking family into the mix. Okay. Then when it's time to have your family, it's gonna be a even bigger bill. Okay, that you gotta pay. You not only gotta pay for her kids, but if you also have 2 kids with her, that's 4 kids you gotta feed, man. You see what I'm saying? That's 4 kids you gotta fucking feed. I don't want to feed. I don't want to feed anybody else's kids, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going over to Thailand to get leftover women, bro. I'm coming over there to get a female of my own with no fucking goddamn kids. Men have did that, man. Men have did that, you know. And don't go over there pumping and dumping, okay, and then leaving and shit, leaving your kids in the Philippines or leaving your kids in Thailand. That just makes you look like a straight up moron, and it messes it messes it up for like dudes coming over there who trying to start a family. You know, I know some of you guys want to start a family in these countries. So for you to go over there and pump and dump these females and get your ass back on the plane, you know what I'm saying, back over here to America, it's like, come on, man. I told you, when you go over there, don't go broke. You gotta be financially secure. You know, you just can't go over there messing around. Cause a lot of dudes get over there. I tell you, they get over there and they start raw dogging. You know what I'm saying? They start raw dogging the female. You know, and then they bust nuts. They get them pregnant. They get these females pregnant. They have the kid. I mean, the female have the kid, and they leave. See what I'm saying? I ran into a female last night that was a single mother and shit. Once I fucking figured out she was a single mother, I just stopped talking to her altogether. I don't want to get over to Thailand just to have a single mother. I don't care if she looks like, a fucking supermodel. Okay? There's other females in Thailand that don't have no kids that look just like her. So don't get over there and start falling in love with these single mothers or leftover women. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean that's just simping to me, man. You get over there and start simping, they're like, damn, dude, didn't you like go to Thailand to avoid this bullshit? You see what I'm saying? Didn't you run to Thailand, okay, to fucking get away from the single mothers and the masculine women and shit like that. Nah, you're going over to Thailand to get your own legacy, man. Or it doesn't have to be Thailand. Like I said before, some of you guys want to go to the DR. Some of you guys want to go to Colombia. Some of you guys want to go to Africa. Some of you guys want to go to Brazil. Okay, there's leftover women all over the place, man, all over the world. You know, and you don't want to get caught up at all. You don't want to get caught up with these leftover women. I don't care what it is. Like me, man, I don't got a dime to my name, but I refuse to like date single mothers. You know what I'm saying? That got kids by another man. I just this is my pride, man. I don't care. I don't have anything, but you know what? I got my pride and my dignity though. I'm not gonna be like going over there simping. You know what I'm saying? Dating single mothers, that is a raw, you know, a raw form of simping. Because you're basically taking in somebody else's leftovers, another man's trash, and then you making it your own. And it's like, okay, dude, you don't think you deserve a woman without kids, though? Why do you think you deserve the least? We all know once a female has a kid by another man, her value sinks down to zero. Her value sinks down to zero. That guy getting over there to these countries, simping just because you think that these females look good. Like I said, man, before, like Thailand and Colombia and Brazil, they got some of the most like beautiful leftover women that you have ever seen in your whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? The good looking ones got the kids, man. And it seems like the females who are four, fives, and sometimes sixes are the ones without the kids. I told you these men in different countries they got different tastes from men in America. You see what I'm saying? Men in America don't have standards. We're not allowed to have standards in America. Somebody hit the Cash App, man. Please. Men are not allowed to have standards in America. That's why you see a lot of men walking around with these average or below average females. You know what I'm saying? And one of the reasons why we're not allowed to have standards is because there's not enough women to go around. Just like the video I made last night. The video that I made last night about, men not being able to find intimacy because of the over and fluctuation of men in the country. That's one of the reasons why a lot of men can't find intimacy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I made that video, right? I made that video and I was telling you that these other countries don't have that problem. You see what I'm saying? These men like got standards, man. They can have standards in other countries. But American men, we're not allowed to have standards, and if we do, we're hella shallow and stuff like that, and this and this and this and that. But it's okay for the woman to have standards. How does that make any sense, though? They can have standards, but you can't. They can have standards, but you cannot. How does that make any sense? Okay. How does that make any sense for them to have standards and you cannot have standards? That's why a lot of black women they can't stand like high value men, man. Because high value men got a whole lot of standards, bro. And they can have standards because they got options. When you ain't got no options, you are not allowed to have standards. But a lot of American women, they're not used to dealing with high value men. Okay, that's why it's different over here. But when you go to these foreign countries, okay, you go to these foreign countries, you are allowed to have standards. Why? Because you got options in these countries. You're gonna have females coming after you all day long, all day long. You know, so that's the difference, man, between these other countries and America. When you get over there, you can say no to leftover women, women with kids, women who are way past their prime. You can say no to that because you can get you a young 21, 22-year old that with no kids. I met them. I have met 21, 22-year-old females that were attracted to me and they had no kids. They had no kids, you know. And these foreign countries, you know, you don't have to have game. You don't have to be dressing like a drug dealer. You know, you don't have to be, a certain type of dude to get women out there. All you got to do is just be black. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And be decent looking. Shit, you don't even have to be decent looking, dude, to get a woman out there. You can be a three as a guy and get your face matched. Let me tell you, these females who are threes and looks, they appreciate when you call them and shit. You know what I'm saying? They appreciate when you call them, and they call you back. You know what I'm saying? But even let me tell you, man, some of these women in Thailand, okay, these leftover women, they act like they deserve a rich guy. You know what? It has spread to like other nations too. Not all leftover women think this way, but there's a few leftover females who are arrogant, and hella fucking dramatic. You see what I'm saying? But yet they're single. Yet they haven't had a man in like I don't know how long. You see what I'm saying? And to me, man, I feel like if you don't have a whole lot of options, you have no right to be arrogant or cocky or picky. Okay, if you are a female and you cannot attract a man or you have a hard time getting a man to stick around, you cannot be picky about what comes your way. And there are still females in these foreign countries who are picky about what comes their way. No, you know what I'm saying? You have no options to be picky. You got no right to be picky. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, like I said before, man, you cannot be picky about the ship that you're being saved on. It's like you on an island, right? And then the ship, you know, there's a ship coming or it's approaching your island or whatever, and you want to be saved, right? And you can't be like, nah, 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 nah. That fucking ship is too small. Take that ship back. Nah, you can't be like that, man. You got to be like, okay, I'm getting on this ship. This is the only ship that's coming. But they got females out here that will look at that ship and still be picky about being saved or what ship to be saved on when they're out in the middle of the desert or they're out in the on a in the middle of an island and the fucking boat is coming. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be fucking really picky about that boat and be like, nah, I don't want that. But then yet, you know, probably 3 or 4 years will go by before the next boat will show up. That's what I'm saying. Females are fucking stupid, man, and it's the reason why this nation is gonna come to a close because of the females. You know, the men here give too much power to the female in America. You see what I'm saying? So you cannot give too much power to the female because then she's gonna think that she's all that in a bag of chips. It's like that in different countries too, man. It's not, you know what? It's lesser of that, in different countries. Like I've been interacting with some of these leftover women in Thailand, and they still thinking that they deserve a high value man or a rich man. After I find out that they got kids, I just stop talking to them and start talking to the female who don't have kids. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of these females got mental issues. They've been pumped and dumped and left for dead in their country by a foreign black dude or something like that. And then when they run up on you, they like, are you gonna pump and dump me too? You know what I'm saying? You know, are you gonna pump and dump me? And all that bullshit, man. So make sure, you know, you put some value on yourself. I feel like I felt like that my time is valuable and I gotta stop wasting time myself. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's the reason why I've been asking for donations lately because I feel like my time is valuable. For me to be spending time on YouTube, you know, there's got to be some type of reward for my time and my work that I put up on YouTube. And this is work. It's not like it's not work. So it's the same thing when you go to different countries. You got to put some value on yourself. Like, no, I'm valuable. All these women coming after me. You better be lucky that I'm talking to you. You feel me? So you got to start putting more value on yourself. Like me, Kelcat, I'm starting to value my worth, my time. And I get some dislikes and stuff here and there, but I really don't care because I feel like I got to start putting more value on my time. Just like if I went to a different country, I'm not gonna start just giving away the dick for free and shit. I'm like, this dick costs money. Not money, but I wouldn't say that, but I'll say this dick costs their time. They're gonna have to cook, clean, and all that other shit to like win me over. You see what I'm saying? So you got to start putting some some value in everything that you do. You know, like if you take in a leftover woman, what you saying? You saying that you're not valuable. You basically can be won over very easily. You see what I'm saying? And everything you do, you got to put a price on it. And that's the way the world works. A lot of guys don't understand that concept. You know, they still got YouTubers that get around and they do YouTube, just for fun. That's fine. I mean, hey, more power to you, man. But it's gonna come to a point where you're gonna have to start putting more value on yourself. You see what I'm saying? Or thing is, if you give the product away for free, it's the same thing when you go to different countries. You know, if you give the product away for free, they're not people are not gonna value it. You know what I'm saying? As they do if they pay for something. If you pay for something, you're gonna value it more. You see what I'm saying? And then you're gonna want, it's going to make the person who's creating the content or creating the merchandise or whatever. It's going to make them want to put more effort into the merchandise or whatever has been sold. Okay, you see what I'm saying? It's the same fucking shit when you go to these countries and these different foreign countries. You have to put value on yourself. Because if you don't put value on yourself, nobody else will. So you have to say, hey, my time is valuable. And it is. Because we only got a certain amount of time here on earth. And we got that date for death. We all we all do. So we got to start putting more value, and more time and more effort in ourselves and in what we do. You see what I'm saying? Put more effort, you know, in your content or when you're going overseas to these different countries, put more effort into finding, a female, okay, you know, just don't take anything that the cat dragged in. You know what I'm saying? You just lower your value when you do that stuff. That's what I'm starting to realize, man. It's like when you start, just throwing stuff out there just to be throwing it out there or just throwing out shit out there, and being won over very easily. You see what I'm saying? It just lowers your value big time. You see what I'm saying? So when you get over to these countries, man, make sure you fucking hold your value. Look, I got a whole lot of women coming after me. Why do I want to be with you, a single mother? Or why would I want to be with you, a female that's past her prime, a female around my age? I don't want a female around my age. I won't date anything over 35. You got to be less than 35. All the way down to 21, 22 years old. And you can know what? When you go to these other countries, you can do that shit, bro. You can do that because you have options. You have females that's coming after you all day long. In America, you can't really put your foot down, bro. You gotta nowadays take whatever that comes your way or whatever you can attract nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But in these foreign countries, you are the prize. You have access to a better life here in America. You know what I'm saying? So you got to walk around. You got to act like it when you in these foreign countries. You are the prize out there. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying about like putting more value, you know, into yourself and what you do. You know, people are not gonna take you seriously. You know what I'm saying? If you start to fucking like just waste your time and just work for free nowadays. Look, let me tell you something about like slavery. Okay, you know those slave owners and stuff like that, bruh. They didn't value the work that the slaves put in there. They felt like the slaves, you know, like owed it to them. You know what I'm saying? They or the slaves supposed to do what they were supposed to do. They didn't say, "Oh, thank you, slaves. Oh, I really appreciate your work." They didn't go out there and say thank you to these slaves, bro, and show their appreciation for their hard work in the fields. Nah, nah, nah. They they see you as a less human being, so they're gonna like they're gonna not value whatever you do. In their head, they thinking like he's supposed to do that. You see what I'm saying? You know. And see, the thing is, being a slave is a choice. You know, you can be a slave or you can fight. You know, A lot of our ancestors, they chose to be slaves because you can fight, or get free or die trying. You know what I'm saying? So they decide to be slaves, and so the work that they put into the country or into the cotton fields or whatever, it wasn't valued because nowadays they don't value black people's time and effort that they put into the fucking into the country during slavery. Being out there in them fucking cotton fields and stuff like that shit is work, but they don't appreciate that because it was free labor. You see what I'm saying? They didn't have to pay for you know for that labor. Same thing when you go over to these different countries. You gotta walk around like you high value. You know what I'm saying? And don't start simping with these females just taking in any old thing. Because believe it or not, if you take in a single mother, it lowers your value. You know what I'm saying? It lowers your value. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if you don't got a crumb, you don't got no money or whatever. It's still, you gotta hold the value, man. In this country, they don't value men no more. That's why you have to pack your bags and leave because they do not value you no more, especially as a black man. They don't fucking value. Black women do not value the men. Okay? Black women do not value the men. So put value on yourself and your time. Okay? You know, and let me tell you this, man. Being up on here on YouTube, man, this is work. Whether you like it or not, it is work to produce content for people to listen to. Okay, you got to pick a topic, and you got to stay on that topic, and you got to come with solutions. Okay, you got to come with solutions, and you got to say, hey, what's the solution? I mean, it's good to like debate and have arguments and to voice your opinion about things and speak, society. You know what I'm saying? But what is the real solution here? The solution is to escape the matrix because it's not gonna get better out here, bruh. You know, and you know what? You know what? Some guys are not gonna make it out of the matrix, and that's okay. But for men who want to make it out of the matrix, this is what you got to do, man. Yeah, get the passport. You got to get your fucking money together. Okay, you got to have stability because you're not gonna be able to live in a different country without stability. Or you got to have a job. You got to have some type of trade. Okay, it's not gonna work to be over there just with no money. You're gonna end up coming back big time. When I head over to a different seas, when I head over to a different country, I'm gonna have my shit together. I'm not gonna go out there broke. Simple as that. Um, so all over stories, man. Put more value on yourself. Don't waste time here on Earth, man. You know what I'm saying? There's still dudes that don't got their passport. I have a passport, but I gotta send in for a new one. I haven't used my passport in years. Okay, so I gotta send in for a new passport so I can start traveling once I, get my money together. You know, I can start traveling to different countries to look for a female. But let me tell you, eventually, when I get over to these countries, I'm gonna sow my royal oats for the first couple of years being there, and then I'm gonna settle down and have kids because I feel like I don't want to be old and by myself at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead and hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, man. I'm gonna start doing some panels. I'm gonna start doing some collaborations with other YouTubers and stuff. And I'm gonna start taking calls and shit, bro. I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna start putting more into the channel and stuff. But you guys gotta donate if you guys want that type of channel. If you want the channel to have more to it, you know what I'm saying? But this is a hustle. This is a grind. You know, we all grown folks here. We all gotta value our time. You know what I mean? Because some people, man, let me tell you, bro, they do not value their time, and that's what you gotta get over. You gotta value your time, or you're gonna end up in bad situations if you do not value your time. Trust me, trust me. I know. I've been doing this YouTube thing for free for a long time, and it's time to step it up and value. You gotta value your time, Kelcat. You can't just throw your time away for free. You know what I'm saying? So, and I gotta, you know what? This channel is not gonna grow any, so I'm gonna have to bring it to a close eventually. You know, once I get my car back and stuff, I'm just gonna start uploading videos on other channels. I got uh, two other channels that I started, but I didn't finish it. So, um, once I start up, once I start, I can't even talk. Once you start, once I start opening up that channel, I'm gonna start uploading videos and stuff um, on that channel, and then I'm gonna start a different channel because this channel's not gonna grow at all. I can just give it up. It's too shallow band. I've been stuck at over 1,100 subs for a while, and I haven't went up. So I gotta give up on this channel. It's pretty much a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It's time to start. Making things grow. I gotta make things grow so I can start getting paid, man. But anyway, you guys have a good day. Subscribe, like, comment, hit the Cash App on the way out, and I'm out. Peace out. Take care.